So we got this tag team format that we're obviously showing right now.
Right.
So in this context, if you're using, so let's say we were like before Wave 4, if we were all using Waluigi Wiggler, then it's like, if you got a red shell behind like 3rd place, you don't know who that player is, you'd want to like make sure that you're not going to hit your teammate in that case. 2v2 is like the most common format that we usually run, so naturally there is that sense of like hesitation. Oh, and also just knowing that like Waluigi Wiggler was the best combo at the time.
Right.
It was very good. But I mean, in the now, pretty much anything goes. Not exactly anything, but there's definitely more combos that are like available for use because a lot of combos just like have a decent mix for the stat distribution. I mean, we're seeing some people use like the GLA tires, for example. For the longest time, everyone was using the rollers. We might see everyone use the rollers now, but
I mean, we'll see. We're getting right into our qualifier, or not a qualifier, our quarterfinal bracket right now. And right now we see a lot of Yoshis.
Yeah.
You know, our me in first place with Royal, my man in the back.
Yes, sir. Kicking things off.
So right now, this track is very, very fun.
Oh no, this is my favorite bagging track in the game. And speaking of which, bagging, we're gonna see a lot of that here, I think.
So what exactly is bagging? Like, how would you describe bagging?
So the objective of Mario Kart, yes, you want to get to the finish line on lap 3 as quickly as possible. But there are other ways to do that than just driving forward like Royal's doing right now. You see that Peach and that Yoshi in the back, they're going to be cycling through power items and leveraging shortcuts so that they can make their way up. That was a wild snipe.
That was an amazing banana snipe.
And look at that. Royal. He has a mushroom in first place.
And
this is where it's a good time to talk about. There's a big shortcut on this track that we could very well see Royal leverage this upcoming lap. You only need 1 mushroom for it. We could very well see it right now. He might hold for the blue shell. We're about to see what happens.
So, really,
here he goes.
You might think.
Here he goes. Big
clean,
shortcut.
Very
there
clean.
he goes. And now he's got a big lead. Or maybe not a big lead, but he would have had much less of a lead if he hadn't taken that shortcut.
And what he did right there is he trapped the item boxes, so it's very, very hard to get that double item box. And so, you know, next lap, there's going to be, you know, a million banana spots right there, and there's not going to be able to do anything because what are you going to do, hit the banana peel? Like,
exactly,
it's not
exactly. Blue shell coming in for Royal. He's going to get stopped his tracks just a little bit. He has that bomb, though. He could back it right before the shortcut. That's his plan.
There you go, 100%, and
hit no one. I think it was like just after like the position where he could have backed it for the shortcut.
Right.
He's still in 3rd, though. He's still 3rd. Second in there.
So right now we see this just chilling. Right now he's
looking very good here.
He just takes shortcut right here. He has protection and pretty much his chills. He throws
the triple greens at first is so good. It's like so hard to get past. That was a photo finish.
No, that was really, really
close.
You
saw Greg there getting very, very close. Yeah, that was a close finish.
And we see people finishing up right here. So
Kracko getting first. Kracko and Greg with the 1-3. That's very, very good. 20 points right out of the gate. And because, I'm pretty sure this is 6 races, right?
Yes, 6 races.
Okay, so they got 20 points right out of the gate. That's very, very good for them. They established a big lead right out of the gate. And they, as long as they keep things rolling and, you know, they don't, you know, get complacent, I guess you could say, then they're going to be looking good for the semifinals. But we're only 1 race in, so.
Anything can happen. I mean, 5 races, yeah, you might get like a middle spot, like 4th place, 5th place, but next race you can get a 1st and 2nd, and 1st and 2nd is such an important spot to get, just because that is 27 points to your team compared to at the most 20 to 2nd. So, and that's if everything goes exactly as planned. So.
Oh, Cheeseland. Okay, so we mentioned bagging last race.
Yes.
This is going to be bagging on steroids.
Yes. So, as we know, Cheeseland completely filled with sand,
off-road
everywhere. Lap 3 is the most important lap.
Absolutely.
First 2 laps, you're gonna see a lot of people just not go forward, just because
10-player room. You never know.
That's true. So we usually.
Well, never mind. You see all those people in the back.
Yep. We only have I believe 5 people running right now, and that's completely normal. That's a good scenario for most people. Like having 5 people run.
Absolutely.
But, we see
got Crowe up here in first.
He decides to run, which is very risky, just because he's betting it all pretty much right now. He's saying like, I'm gonna keep first. for as long as possible. There's
Yeah.
going to be no blue shells that's going to be in my way. There's going to be no lightning bolt that's going to be in my way. And I'm going to control this room and this pace.
He's relying on his ability to break away as much as possible before the inevitable blue shell or two and the lightning bolt, where we could see a lot of people dodging. There we go. Look at that minimap. You see all those people in stars? They dodged the lightning bolt. So how that works is, if you're in a star, a bullet bill, a boo, then you're immune to the shock. And the shock is the most powerful item in the game. If you dodge the shock, you're in such a good position. That's a blue shell! That's a blue shell!
And that's it's going to be Crowe's decision if he wants to drop or he's going to call his bluff.
Yeah,
like,
I think he should just drop. Yeah, there we go.
And that's such a rare sight to see. Blue shell in first place.
I haven't seen that in too long, man.
Man, I wonder what he's going to do with this. Like there has to be another shocking play, and it's very, very soon. So I don't know, man.
Yeah, blue shell and triple greens in first place. So it's like, if he had a mushroom, then maybe he'd have that, like, I mean, maybe if he wanted to, like, dodge the his own blue shell. But
that's your style place.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be the moral victor in that case. There we go. But yeah, no one wants to pass Royal. But since we're coming up on the end, people could catch him by surprise, and he won't be able to hit them with the blue shell, and they'll pass him at the end.
You see this Link, he's going to be able to just slip by. He's going to throw the blue shell. Oh, he's going to keep it.
Oh! Greg's gone. Oh!
But we do see
Crowe passed him at the end. Crowe passed him at the end,
yeah.
Yeah, Crowe took that ending shortcut, secured the first place. And that's Crowe and Adam getting 1-4. Very, very good race for them. Yeah, we see Crowe and Adam, Royal and Vantox, and then Kracko and Greg all dominating this room right now. They're off to a very good start, all three of those teams.
Oh, jeez, land. what a track, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. And it's only going to get crazier over time, too, because once we get once we get to the semifinals and especially the finals, if a track like Cheeseline is picked or a track similar to that, then we could see everyone stopping. Like, it gets that insane. Like, in the highest level of this game, you could see 12 people stopping. Like, the person in first place could literally just not be moving, like, at all, or, like, very, very slowly. Just trying to get in the back and try to, like, cycle through power items. So, I mean, if you thought that was crazy, you know, just wait and see. Just wait and see, my friends. It's going to get wild. We got another bagging track, Mario Circuit 3 coming up.
Just to answer everyone's question, I believe the top 3 teams move on from this. So
good call.
Whatever 2 players have the highest combined totals, we're gonna take the top 3 of those and then move on to semis from that. So yes, another bagging track.
Another bagging track.
Like,
will Crowe opt to run this one? That's the big one.
I mean, if you ran Cheeseline, he's definitely gonna.
Yeah, he did get first. He did get first. So.
Instantly throwing his green shell back just to be like, I'm running this, guys. Like,
but he's asserting dominance.
100%.
And that's his teammate too. Adam and Crowe are top 2 right now.
And really, right now, this shortcut right here is what's going to be important for lap 3. And we'll see, later on how exactly it's going to play out. But for the most part, if you're in the middle pack with like triple shrooms and a star, you're pretty much going to win.
Exactly, yeah. So that's why you see so many people in the back. You see those 4, heads on the minimap in the back quite a bit. The pack actually isn't as divided as I was expecting, but nonetheless, we got a lot of people stopping at that first item set, as you can see on the minimap. That Yoshi stopping there for a long time. They might be cooking a little too much, might be overcooking.
I mean, he's in the kitchen, so we got to see what he's whipping up.
Yeah, I mean, hey, he's that far in the back, so there's not many cooks in the kitchen that he has to deal with, so that's pretty good for him. The question is, are we going to see that inevitable lightning bolt within the next couple seconds?
Just because this is a 10-player room, a lot of the item distributions are affected because of that. So there's going to be a lot less shots in play just because the way the items move in this game, it's based on the distance from first place from where you are right now.
Absolutely.
So if first place has gone ahead, you're going to get really, 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 really powerful items. But if first place is still in the pack, then we see where it's like, okay, you get like a couple shrooms in there, but like...
Is there a single blue shell this race? I don't think
so. You just cursed it, man.
There it is. Doesn't matter for Crowe though. He secured the first place. Yeah.
No, 100%.
That was really good for him too. He just fully ran that track. We were talking about how it was a bagging track. He just fully ran it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, top 2 for Crowe and Adam as well. They are really far ahead. They're killing it right now.
They are very, very killing. That's it's looking really, really good for them right now. I honestly, I wouldn't even say like, I would say like they're probably moving on already. You know, with
Oh yeah,
that's a lot of points right now.
I mean, hey, with what, 3 races to go, you're halfway through and you're on 56 points after 3. That's nothing to like you're in a good situation at that point. No two ways about it.
Right. Hyrule Circuit. So unlike like Cheeseland or RMC, Hyrule Circuit is a very, very good. I would say it's like a mixed track. Just because there are opportunities for you to run the track, but there's also opportunities for you to catch up.
There's a lot of really good tracks on the board, except Donut Plains 3.
Oh, I really hope we play Big Blue. Big Blue's the best track in the game.
Grumble! Let's go! I love this track. I love this track.
So, a big difference between this and Mario Kart Wii, there's obviously no big, ultra shortcut where you finish the track in 30 seconds. They really they fine-tuned this game, thankfully. So, this track is a lot more of a run track than it was before, just because they took out the rock hop and the lava respawn. So it's really beneficial just to keep your lead, like Crowe is hopefully going to be able to do.
There are some good shortcuts here, but they're not like game breaking.
No, 100%.
Oh, that green!
That green looked like a red, the way it targeted onto him.
It looked like it was on that mission. But Adam holding down the fort in first place, even though Crowe got taken out. So that's looking pretty good for him. Got a few people behind him. Got Kracko up here, Spoon, I believe, as well.
This is my man Adam, looks like a Jet Set Radio character. he's going hard with the drift with the glasses.
Look at that bagging strategy. We can see it right now. Look at what he does. Gets the triple mushrooms. Probably got like a star after.
That's also really important to recognize. You're not going to be able to catch up without points and without good items.
Exactly.
So if you get hit out really early on, just be like, hey, let me just collect my coins, stack my money, get my money up, and let me try to get some.
Get my money up and get my funny up.
Oh, no. You know it, bro. You know it, bro.
And that's another thing too when it comes to that. If you get hit in like second or third, you could end up being in the middle of the pack, which is a very dangerous place to be. So that's why we saw Adam earlier on just opting to just stop back and go in the last.
100%.
But for right now, we got Kracko in first place. Boo comes in, still got the green shell though, so he's looking pretty good.
So the thing about the Boo is it steals a random person's item. So a lot of the time, you don't want to be holding on to such a good item for so very long.
Kracko might have fumbled here. He has the coin. He backed the green, but he owns the coin. He has to wait a little bit longer before he can secure the protection.
But I think he's good for right now just because his
another Boo coming in.
So unfortunate, but he's able to. So the thing about getting a double box, you're always guaranteed at least one protection out. It's not possible for you to get 2 coins unless in a case where it's like very, very laggy and the game is going to do.
And of course, when we say protection, we're referring to like bananas, green shells, etc.
100%.
Super horn.
Super horn and
oh!
He had his own super horn.
Vantox horns Kracko, and now he's falling down to third.
I mean, third place is fourth place is in that.
Yep, there we go. Not too bad, all things considered, but yeah, that was a very laggy situation. And that's a very awkward situation as well. Vantox probably didn't see Kracko on his screen when he used his horn. So that's how he was able to get out of the chaos in that situation. But either way, Vantox firming the first place, and him and Royal definitely sitting pretty with 33 and 32 respectively.
100%, man. I'm kind of relaxing my feet if I'm that. I mean, you're like, oh,
absolutely.
At least I'm not getting first rounded, second rounded, because that's the thing in this game. You like, okay, I know I'm a very, very good player. I'm gonna enter this tournament and I'm gonna try to make it to at least like semifinals, and then you get round one-ed. You're like,
yeah.
Like that wasn't me, bro.
Absolutely.
So
another Donut Plains 3, man.
Why don't you like Donut Plains 3, man?
Because it's a short track, it's a bagging track, it's obnoxious, I hate it.
I mean, I 100% agree. So I don't really have anything to say
if
about
I'm being honest, I'm probably not that good at the track, realistically.
See another Boo Lake here.
Boo Lake, running it back.
Remember, you are allowed to pick a track from the previous round. You just can't play it in the same round as
so the repick penalty would only applies on a round by round basis. So
100%.
Obviously now that we're in quarterfinals,
right,
anything goes, at least until you pick the same track twice in that round. But Vantox looking to secure the first place again. Ideally, just make sure that he and Royal are all good for the finals. Opted to go for the coins. It's actually like a good strategy, honestly.
Very smart, because he knew second place had a better starting position than he did, and he knew he can't outline, which is basically can't go tighter than what his teammate was doing. So he's just gonna be like, hey, you take first place, you run, and I'm gonna take the points. Absolutely. And And like we said from before, points is so important. It makes sure that you're, because compare from a person with 10 points to a person with 5 points.
Oh
you're
yeah,
see a very big difference. You're gonna have to just be sure you're on top of your money.
That's why being in first place is so good, because look at Kracko. He has 10 coins right out of the gate.
And
Bombs Royal. And look at that blue shell. Even though it's coming, the 10 coins, he's going to be fine. He'll probably fall down the second or third at best.
Opting to slow down there just because he doesn't want to just fall off. Those is green, unfortunately,
almost lands the snipe. Oh, gets boomerang though. That's one thing about getting blue shell. You could be, you know, the victim of another item right after, and it could just snowball just like that. Or you could just get Mario Karted, as we would say.
Oh, Mario. That you're gonna hear us say that a lot.
Yep.
It happens a lot in this game.
Name of the game.
Very smart by
Look at that.
Vantox.
Fireballs the shortcut, and he goes through a bit more quickly. Yeah, him and Royal are in top 2. They're gonna secure it.
Very easy, very short track, and boom, just like that, boom. I'm in control of this game. I know what I'm doing. We're gonna be doing so good. We're going on to the next round.
Yeah,
sure.
There we go. A little bit of a warm-up for them, it seems like. I mean, look at that, 44 and 43. Seems like light work for them. But hey, in any case, good job to the people who... Wait, actually, no. Are we even on last race?
No, next. Come on, bro. next race, 100%.
There we go.
Hopefully, we get some Big Blue action. Big Blue, the best game or best track in the game.
I do like Big Blue. Very underrated track.
Hopefully, we'll see Captain Falcon in the next. Because the thing about this game, we still have 5 characters we don't know who are going to be in this game.
It could be even more. Nintendo might just be fooling us, saying that we're only getting 6 characters. We could very well be getting 24 or something.
So
like
I believe we had a bit of like a disconnection issue. So we're gonna just reopen the room.
Someone's connection probably got messed up or something.
So that's the thing about this game. These disconnections happen. They're very common. Thankfully, it is very easy just to reopen the room and just get everyone back.
Absolutely.
And you know, you just gotta push for Nintendo for the next Mario Kart game to have a better
yeah.
mode.
It's okay though. We're back in business though. We're back in business.
Yes. Just in case you guys want to join any US MK servers, just type in !US MK. It's gonna link you directly to our Discord, so you're able to interact with us and get more updates on when this type of stuff is happening in the future. So
it's gonna be happening more often than you think. So we'll see what happens. All right, Big Blue, come on.
Big Blue, come on. Yeah,
20% chance.
Big Blue,
come on.
Go.
This track's good though.
TikTok clock. I'm just saying, were you there? USA versus France.
Yes. I saw that. No, that was nuts.
If you've been in the community, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, you should go
Top
to
6
archives.
firming the victory. Absolutely. Can't go wrong with that.
One of our hypest moments in the entire community. But so the thing about this track, no shortcuts.
No shortcuts. Well, except at the end.
The only shortcuts are shortcuts you can take with shrooms. So you don't need any powered items. And
Royal barely hanging in there. He almost fell off.
That's the thing about this game too. You don't have to worry about like getting lag bumps in general, just because sometimes you get bumped across the stage. Sometimes you just get like itched, for a very small amount of time.
Vantox double protection, upping his point count to 7. This race could very well be his for the taking right now, and it's only lap 1.
Take a huge shortcut right now.
Big shortcut for Vantox. There we go.
And that's actually a really hard cut to do consistently, just because it's very time-based. So sometimes it's easy to do, sometimes it's hard to do, and it's really up to you if you want to risk it to gain some traction on ahead of the pack, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah, look at Vantox go. Those 10 coins are really helping him, because the thing is, when you're in first place, not only are you going to be the first to get those coins, but you can also get the coin item. And so that's how that lead builds up. Blue shell coming in, and yeah, because of him getting the coins up, upping his lead, he's still in first, maybe falling down to second. Yeah, he's still hanging in there. Still very much hanging in there. And there could be a second blue shell. That was like midway through lap 2, nearing the end, so you never know. We'll see what happens. Crowe hanging in there in first, double protection as well, looking very good for him.
Coming up in third place right now from
Yep. And securing a spot in the front as well.
One thing about these tracks are they're kind of short. Like you kind of have to like formalize a game plan as you play, and that's what's so important about this game. Unfortunately,
yep, second blue shell. There you go. And now Crowe, gonna be the victim of that. Vantox firm in the ending shortcut. There you go.
ends first place on the final race, that has to be a good.
That's what I was saying. You know, even though he got blue shelled like nearing the end of lap 2, not only was he pretty much right there, but he didn't have to worry about that second blue shell. Gets right back into first.
And that was our last race. Even though we did disconnect in the middle of it, we still count the 5 races we started with, and we are going to, you know, add this race onto the last 5 races.
There we go.
Yes, we are ending right here, I believe. Maybe not. Maybe it's 8 races. I'm not.
I think it is 8 races.
It might be 8 races. It's 8 races. Okay. It
All right,
is,
there we go.
8 races.
Okay, so 2 to go, eh?
Two more to go, actually.
All right, there we go.
We got more Mario Kart action for you guys, which is always a pleasure.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. More opportunity for Big Blue.
Big Blue? Big Blue?
Yeah, more opportunity for Big Blue.
Did
Can we
I
see
hear Big Blue? Do I have a lot of stories about Big? No.
Nope.
It's okay.
Nope. Only Cheap Beach.
If it happens once, I'll be happy. You know?
No, 100%. But Cheap Beach, honestly, underrated track. I wish this track got picked more often. Definitely more so than like Mario Kart Stadium. That track's garbage.
100%.
Can't lie.
What do you mean, bro? It's the first track of the game.
Yeah.
That means it has to be.
Now, what are you gonna do? I'll say this: a lot of the tracks in this game are really good.
So
I like most tracks in this game.
What's really important, as we saw here, it's very important to get mini turbos in this game, just because they add so much to our top speed and our top acceleration.
And with that mini turbo stat as well, it goes crazy when you get a bunch of mini turbos.
So it's not as bad as like Mario Kart Double Dash or Mario Kart DS, where you have to be snaking all the time, which is just getting mini turbos left and right. But at the same time, you kind of have to be doing that just because mini turbos are so important in this game. On top of that, getting boosted tricks, when you see what Vantox just did right there, which is getting a mini turbo into a trick.
Yeah, you combine the two.
Combine the two and you go flying. That's
Absolutely.
such an important thing to do.
All those strats come together, and Vantox is a nice, decently in first. I mean, he's got some people behind him, messing up a little bit here and there, but generally speaking, you know, when you have 10 coins, it's light work.
10 coins, you're chilling. All you have to do is play crowd control, which is just make sure that no one tries to gain up on you too fast, and make sure there's no blue
shell coming in. He's gonna snipe himself though. So this is a really good strategy actually. So, an item like a banana, you get a bit of momentum going forward when you get hit. So, with that said, it's actually faster to hit a banana than getting blue shelled because of the invincibility frames. You can make that happen.
Yes, and it's very important just to know when it's even worth it to get hit by a
banana.
Oh
shoot!
Like right there, it's
Kracko
not worth it at all.
Into the banana. He's losing a bit of time there, falling down to 3rd. Hanging in there though.
Vantox back in 1st place, right where he likes to be.
Oh, that banana, he thought he could go inside, but could not do it.
But that's okay, he's still in 3rd place.
StunterZ and Kracko now getting into 1st and 2nd.
And
oh, that bomb! The 1st place bomb!
That's one of those things. Bombs around the corner are so good just because you can't really...
Not only can you not see it coming, but it's also pretty much impossible to avoid, especially in that spot.
Very, very good.
That sent Vantox to 8th, dude. Kracko firming the 1st place. Him and Greg at top 2 since the room crash. Looking pretty good for them.
Very, very good. That is what's up. That's called a pro gamer move right there.
Actually,
backing the bomb. If you're not expecting it, what can you do?
What can you do, actually? No, that was crazy, you know. And that was what you saw there was like, you know, a lot of people just, you know, like making a little bit of mistakes here and there. When you're playing in like really, really high level rooms, like you cannot make that many mistakes. If you like hit a banana, like Kracko and Vantox did, that could literally like ruin your entire race. That 100%. Could be the catalyst for just like falling from like 2nd to 11th, something like that.
Even if you played the race perfectly up until then, like you made no mistakes, you did such amazing outplays, and then you're like, well, I hit one banana.
Oh, great track.
Mushroom Gorge, the best track they've ever added to this game, surprisingly, just because it was not that, honestly, in my opinion, it was not that good in Mario Kart Wii. Like,
yeah, I mean, I was never good at Mario Kart Wii, so I'm not going to speak too much on that. But in this game, I think it's awesome. I mean, Pyrus was talking about how you can combine mini turbos and tricks on the mushrooms right here to get a bit of a bigger boost forward. We're going to see that all race. And the infamous gap jump as well. We're going to see a lot of that.
Hopefully we'll be able to showcase the gap jump. And you guys will be blown away.
One of the most iconic shortcuts in Mario Kart history.
100%. But for right now, you do need a mushroom. Or do with a star also.
Yep.
To be able to do it. And we see right now Adam.
I think Adam made it. Yep.
Yep.
I think he might have had a bad landing, though, because he's not as far ahead as expected. And as a result, yeah, got green shelled by Kracko. Kracko back in first, just like that. But even so, he has the 10 coins. He's looking pretty good, but he can't pull a mushroom in first place. He's going to back the bomb after the gap. Or just back, or just right here. Or just throwing it forward, okay.
Oh, goes for forward, probably because his teammate's in second.
Oh, yeah, Greg's in second, yeah.
The thing about this game, you always want to make sure you have at least a protection that's good, such as a super horn. Just because if you have a coin, you're just going to have to just keep cycling that until you can get a better
Vantox, I think, failed the gap jump or got a bad landing. Yeah, he fell down to like 5th, something like that. Kracko, despite not going for the gap jump at all or not being able to, he's still in first place.
So, we just see an easy front round for Kracko right now. Just, I will say having 10 players instead of 12 players does affect you.
Bullet Bill came in for Crowe. I think he has some shrooms in his pocket potentially. Greg has shrooms as well, so if Kracko can't get first, it's going to be Greg, which is his teammate.
You can see a lot of
he goes around. Yeah, look at him go! Kracko falls from first to fourth. He didn't get hit by anything. That's what it's all about, man. The gap jump goes crazy.
100%, man. And that's the thing about this game. A lot of shortcuts are towards the end, and you just lose a lot of spots if you don't do it.
Yep, there you go. And I think that'll probably do it for this round, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
So, yeah, I think that does it. Yep, that does it. Okay.
Hey,
so,
congrats to the top 3 teams, which I believe are Vantox and Royal.
Yeah, it's going to be Vantox, Royal, Crowe, and Adam, and then, who else? Kracko and Greg.
Yeah, Kracko and Greg.
Yeah, those 3 had to have made it. They killed it the whole time. They were basically just like switching spots back and forth.
Big veterans of our community, so no surprise there.